First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules. I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life. Well, I got some. That's one. Kill the competition. Two. Be a loyal dog. Three. And if they snitching on your man, send them to the morgue. Four. When you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five. If you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. SINA.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. It's the Sunday night live stream. We come to you live on the Facebooks, on YouTube, and on Twitch at Blkout_AD. And let me bring out my co-host extraordinaire, Blkout AD, because we are back from vacation, baby. Blkout AD, how are you this fine evening, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm excited to be back. I know you and I had some time off last week, and we left the show in younger hands. And it was a pretty interesting show. I got to watch it from the ship. I was on the cruise, and I was glued. I was glued to the show. Partly because I wanted to keep an eye on it, but I was entertained.
You didn't trust them?
I trusted them. But you were on it. You were on there as well.
Yeah. Well, I had nothing to do, and you told me I couldn't stream. So I was just sitting there.
Well, I do again want to give a shout out to Big Papi, Angy, and Little Llama for filling in for us last week. Did a great job. Enjoyed the live stream. Brought some new viewers. Some of their friends and colleagues that they knew came to the stream, so was very, very excited about that. And they performed really well. So thank you guys for filling in.
Did they give and their podcast was their new podcast was pretty good as well.
That's right. The Just Dudes Being Guys podcast. Yeah. So give them a shout out for that. That one did really well for their first outing. Over 100 views. They picked up, I think, 18 subs just in since they released their episode, which is really good. So they're really look, and here they are.
Yeah.
Just Dudes Being Guys is commenting. They've got their channel, and they're going to be promoting themselves on the live stream. Just dudes being guys. That was an entertaining watch too. So I'm glad that they're out there. I'm glad that they're doing their thing. I know we had, sidelined this last week that just passed on Thursday. So hopefully you guys caught that one with Roman 2 Raw. At the pre-Llama show earlier, right? And then we had the late night show. So, Blackout's doing big things, guys. So make sure you guys are checking out Blackout GG, Roman 2 Raw's YouTube channel, and now Just Dudes Being Guys. Check out their YouTube channel to support all of the Blackout members here on YouTube and on Twitch. So how was your week, man? How you been?
I'm all right. I'm kind of sick right now. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. But
you caught the ick?
Oh, I'm just trying to make it through today's episode. And today we're doing we're doing the Llama show, obviously. Pre-Llama, and then I gotta do late night after this.
Oh shit. Oh, so you're back to back. And you're gaming. I heard you were gaming just before we started. You
I've been
had to jump off.
A lot, so.
Yeah, you're grinding, man. You're putting in hours, so that's good, man. That's good. I put out the Napoleon Dynamite reaction, so I wanted to talk a little bit about that, like we always do, is just talk about the reaction of the week. And you were kind of ribbing me on it because I didn't want to put it out, and I put it out, and it's done great. It's a great freaking reaction in terms of audience reaction, and it's better than I expected in terms of the reaction itself. And I think I told you on the text, I think I was hard on myself because I think at the end I didn't necessarily say I liked it, like loved the movie, but I thought it was an okay movie. I just didn't think it was like, oh, I'm going to watch it again, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But the reaction from the people who watched it is pretty positive. So, and I didn't shit on the movie. I just thought I might have, but I had fun throughout it.
I honestly feel like you downplayed it because during the reaction, you looked like you were enjoying the movie. But then when you were talking about the movie, it didn't sound like the reaction.
Well, and that's the thing is like while I was watching the movie, it was a fun movie. It was a fun watch, and there was, fun moments. I guess I just didn't understand the why, right? And I think that's the only thing that got me. And then when I got to the reaction, I was just trying to piece it together, like the story, what was going on. And I was like, there wasn't really just a whole lot going on. It was just like a day in the life. And that's kind of what got me. And that's all. And I just thought it was a little bit odd that this was like the movie that captured so many people's like attention, right? Like it was a cult classic. It was
I just think it was everywhere. The time.
Maybe
with movies that we think or we deem, and we were also way younger.
Yeah,
so, I mean, Napoleon Dynamite probably slapped. Like honestly, watching it felt weird. I was like, damn, this movie's way weirder than I remember. But yeah. I don't know. I just feel like maybe because you're watching it now, and there's probably other things. That movie was big, so there's probably other movies you have seen that kind of made me mimic the style or whatever, or done better. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think there are movies like that I watched that like had no point to it, and you just like thought, oh, this is quotable, and you loved it, and maybe no other people liked it either, but. At the moment, like I said, Vote for Pedro was everywhere. Everyone was imitating it. Everyone was dressed like him. Everyone was quoting all these lines from it. And it was like, I missed the boat. But I think it came out, 2004.
Yeah.
So I was in my, my 20s, when it came out. And again, it goes back to, I had a kid around that time. So I missed a lot of pop culture around that time. I was engulfed in other stuff like the Wiggles and shit like that.
Yeah, like my parents, I remember watching it with my parents, and like after we were quoting everything from the movie for weeks.
Yeah. I mean, there's some stuff in there that I'm recalling now. But like I said, and I also felt pressure because you said it was a cult classic. I read about that people really loved it, and I'm like, oh shit, is this going to be another Rambo situation. And I was like, I hope not. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but
what's so bad about Rambo? Yeah, like nothing. You got a lot of views, a lot of interaction.
People hated me
was,
though. People hated me after Rambo. I don't like being hated. I don't mind giving my opinion on stuff, but I just like the hate that came after me after that movie. I was like, oh God, that was my first real experience.
And it got more interaction than the ones you love.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't. There's no negative to that.
That's true.
No
That's
negative
true.
to that at all.
Let's see. Katie's here. She's saying,
Hello.
hey, how you doing? And then Joe says, hey guys, last week's show, I thought it was I was in a Mandela effect. You guys look 30 years younger.
It's crazy. If I was 30 years younger, I'd be a baby. My mom's tummy.
That's true. That's true. You know, do you feel like they lump you in with my age now?
No.
I feel like I'm your guys' age. I feel
I'm
younger.
closer to medium llama than you are to me.
That's true. That's actually true. That's very true.
Hola.
Tang's in the building.
Bird.
The bird's in the building.
Finally, I've heard from him all day. I missed him.
I miss the bird, man. I miss seeing him.
Yeah.
I miss your bird. I miss your voice. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Napoleon Dynamite reaction, go watch it. It's again, I'm very, very pleased on how well it's doing. And yes, the reception for it is really, really good. So I'm happy about that. And now again, what's next? Who knows? I haven't even picked it, but I have my list, my letterbox. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've been adding, as people have been suggesting things, to the letterbox. So I'll just pick a list, something random from the letterbox list, and that's how I'm going to pick movies. So we'll see what comes up tomorrow. But it is Thanksgiving this week, so I guess we'll talk about Thanksgiving foods or something later. But
no, don't do that, dude. We did that last year.
What we did?
Yes, bro. I literally in my sick slumber this morning was like, I'm not gonna let that motherfucker talk about Thanksgiving food today. In my sleep.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it,
no, I know for sure.
Okay.
I don't know why. In my sleep, I was like, we are not talking about Thanksgiving foods again, back to back years.
We're becoming one. We are becoming one.
We could do that next, in 10 years, dude.
In 10 years. Let's see. We could do late night Wednesday because I'm off Thursday. Okay.
I'm also off Thursday. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. That works.
Yeah, it's the first year I don't like take off the entire week of Thanksgiving, and I have to work the day after Thanksgiving. So
Thanksgiving's Thursday, right?
Yeah. Thanksgiving's Thursday. I typically at least take the day after Thanksgiving because not that I drink a lot, but I got some good rum on this cruise. And so I was gonna. I got some Bahamian rum, my Ricardos that I gave you guys on the rocks, which I lost one. I lost one bottle. It broke on the it broke at the port getting to the car.
Damn.
And I contemplated drinking it.
You should lick some up.
It broke at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Choking some glass and shit.
Yeah, no, the box that was holding it broke, and then it just spilled everywhere. I was so devastated.
How was the trip? Yeah,
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna bore you with like the entire trip. It was a fun trip, but
I'm kidding.
No. There's one story that is actually, I got a couple of texts and a couple of hits on social media. Because I was updating some stuff that here and there that I was on vacation, but I almost went on the Blue Lagoon excursion that capsized, the boat that capsized and killed a person. I almost went on that excursion. In Nassau, Bahamas. If you guys haven't seen the news, there was an excursion that goes to this island or this Blue Lagoon area where they have swimming with sharks, snorkeling. They have jet skiing, they have, a beach, they have all this stuff, right? So Mama Llama and I were like debating, like, what are we going to do in the Bahamas or when we get there? My first thought was, I got to get this rum. I was like, I got to get this rum. It's going to probably be at the port. I'm cool with that. So, but were we going to go and do something? And we're like, yeah, we want to do jet skiing. So we saw this Blue Lagoon excursion. It wasn't that expensive. You get on a ferry boat. It takes you to this island, and then you go and you do all these things. Well, we went to the counter. We went to the counter on the cruise ship, and we're like, is this excursion still available? They were like, yeah, it still is. All right. And we said, well, we'll think about it. We left. We didn't do it. The next night, we're like, maybe we'll do it. The next day, we're at Bahamas. We're like, nah, we're not going to do it. So we don't buy the tickets or anything.
Yeah.
When we come back to the ship, we hear a story that the ship took on water. It flipped and took on water, and it flipped over. This big ferry boat with like 150 people on it flipped into the water, into shark-infested blue waters. Yeah. That if my ass would have been in there, I would have passed out like if I was in a slingshot. I like all I kept thinking was like, holy shit, if that would have been us. And then the most amazing part was like how many people had their phones on to do TikToks and Instagrams. So people were on Instagram Live, people were on TikTok, like filming themselves jumping ship. I was like, how crazy is this shit? But that's how I found out about how bad it was, is people were tagging me or sending me like links and says, were you on this boat? Was this you? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm fine.
Well, if you weren't, yeah.
Like, what if I didn't respond? Like, was I on that ship?
Hey, are you on that boat, dude? You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't go live. Could you imagine me going live in the water? Hey, it's the Big Llama Show. I'm in the water.
Might have been a little spark you need. Come on, this guy makes great content. We don't need him.
The guy was dying. Dude, I would have been crying on camera.
That's shocking.
I would have been sobbing.
You cried for less, dude.
Yeah, I know. But like that's like a horrific nightmare for me. But yeah, I heard that the older lady died because they weren't sure what to do. They couldn't find life jacket. Well, that you're terrible, man. You're terrible. They couldn't get off the boat because the captain never told them to get off the boat. The boat was taking on water. And you can see it in a lot of the different TikTok videos and whatnot. And it was just slowly moving over, and the people on the bottom of it were starting to take on water. I'm like, why? I would not want to go into the water, but I would jump. I would just get my ass in there.
Yeah.
But I did hear afterwards that those are shark infested waters. So like I think my first instinct would be jump in the water, and then my second instinct would be shit my pants, and then hope the sharks don't like shit.
I think it works that way, G.
I don't know, man. Oh my God. Yeah, hold on, let's see.
Like that before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Joe says, I saw that someone floating on a yellow cooler. Another recording it live. Yeah, no, it's yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. There was so many videos of the encounter, and then some lady was just sitting there like, we're on an excursion, I'm in the water, and like she's got her feet up, and all these people are jumping off the boat. I'm like, man, you just want the clicks and the views. Like, that's not what I would be thinking about. I'd be thinking about survival. But apparently people lost their phones, they lost their passports or their car keys or whatever the fuck they had on them, and that's like a whole big problem. But they wouldn't let us on the boat because they were trying to find all these people. It was a whole big mess, man. But thankfully it wasn't me. But I feel really bad for that lady, whoever died. So RIP to the lady who went on that ferry boat. But yeah, other than that, I had a great time. I had a great time on my cruise. I drank a lot and ate quite a bit and enjoyed myself. So
you were lit watching the stream?
Yeah, I was drinking every night. So
I was like, I think you spelled like two things wrong back to back. I was like, yeah.
yeah. I wasn't watching my spelling in that one.
So he doesn't normally spell things wrong like that.
Yeah, no, I was a little bit on the tipsy side.
Did you feel like a proud father?
I did because I was so well. I'll tell you another story in a second about that. But yes, I was very proud of what they did. They fucked up royally the next night, but outside of a stream.
Oh.
They didn't wake up for school and stuff, and their grandmother had to come and get them. She thought they were dead, and broke down the door and.
Yeah. These guys were gaming all night and shit.
They were gaming all night. They got the grandma came over and she busted down the doors. The alarm goes off. These two are hiding in their rooms because they didn't realize that grandma was over the house. They thought it was an intruder. So instead of coming out, they were hiding. They were hiding in the room, hoping the person would go away. The dogs were barking. Now, to their credit, their grandmother was bashing the door in the garage with a hammer. She was beating it to try to get their attention because the door in the garage was locked. So yeah, they did. Anyway, I was a proud father until I got that call the next day. And who said fuck? First of all, I got a call from the alarm company.
Oh,
on the ship at like 7 a.m. Then I get a call from grandma, and I get a call from them, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. The worst part is, right, we're hundreds of miles away, and my wife is looking at me. She goes, I don't want to call my mom. She's pissed. I'm like, just call her. We'll call her together. You and I together. We're unified front. We could handle this. Call her. When she calls her, I start like slowly scooching to the side of the bed, and I shut my mouth and I don't say a word. I'm almost falling off the bed. Because she's yelling and she's dropping F-bombs. She's doing all kinds of shit, and I was terrified. Because she was just yelling at us. But and they did a great job. Then the next day they fucked it up. So
that's hilarious.
Needless to say,
the fact
but it was fun.
They didn't want to. It's like an intruder. They didn't like text each other like a plan. Nothing.
That's what I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then the story gets better because the big one figured out it was grandma, and then he was scared of her because he's like, well, yeah, he pretended he was asleep, and when he come out, he's like, hey, and then the little one gets yelled at first because he was supposed to get up. And so he's like, well, if he's getting yelled at, I'm just going to lay in here until she comes in here because I'm not going out there. I'm not going to get yelled at. And then she came in and yelled at him for like 2 seconds, and he's like, well, I already took the L, so I'm just going to stay in here. So, man, they were both, and then when we got home, we heard it again.
An interesting story for the just guys being dudes.
No.
Wait, which way is it? Keep saying it wrong. Let me look.
It's I wrote it down. Just dudes being guys.
JDBDBG.
It was. Let's see. Birdie says I once found a meme about crying on the internet. Had to send it to Llama. Yeah, I remember he sent it to me. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, I did cry for less. Chat Mom's here. Hercules is here.
Herc.
Let's see. Joe says no way. Yeah, that's what happened.
What a story.
What a story. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I had a great vacation. Then there's just that the capsizing thing happened, and then the alarm company thing happened, and but again, overall, great night, great story. I mean, a great vacation. I did a little dancing. I went to the club.
Let's go.
Old ass me in a club, but we stayed like 10 minutes. I got the drink in hand, I'm doing the white man's overbite. I'm good, But it was short-lived. It was kind of loud for the missus. I already followed these dudes being guys. All right, good. That's awesome. They need support. So yeah, man, I'm glad I did the vacation. It was our anniversary. We had a good time. Did the hibachi thing on the ship.
Oh shit.
That was top tier, man. We paid some cash for that though. But other than that, man, had a great time. And then it sucked to come back home. But
you're making them pay for that door?
No, the door is fine. The door is okay. But yeah, and you know what? I should have prepped it. I have video of her standing at the door, breaking in at the front door. I have video of it because it's on the surveillance camera. Yeah, so she's like breaking down the door, and she's this little lady, and she looks like a fucking like a horror movie villain walking into the house. And these two numbskulls just cowering in fear. They thought it was a murder, and we're like, you weren't even worried about the dogs. They're like, the dogs, if they stopped barking, then we knew it was time to take action. We're like,
no, it's a little
we're like, the dogs got killed and you didn't care. They're like, nah, we're here.
I'm just curious as to like them not like they didn't try to coordinate something. You know what I mean? They play video games. There was no call outs being done. There was no planning, nothing. They just both stayed in their separate rooms. Like, all right, well, bye con Dios.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I told them because we talked about it. Yeah, what she said, like a scene from The Visitors. No, we talked about it. Like we had dinner that when we came back with them, we had talked about it. We're like, look, if you had just looked at your phone, you would have seen your grandmother called you 50 times. You would have figured this shit out. Like you would have known it was her. And then I said, then you could have just prepared for that wrath. And the worst part is when grandma broke, like busted, little Llama's door open, he was texting the girlfriend saying his goodbyes,
Yeah, this is the last time we speak. Just know how I feel about you, real and sincere.
And she came in, get out of the fucking bed. Get out of bed. You're texting your girlfriend. Like, oh my God, she was livid. She was livid.
That's
and my father-in-law is standing at the door. He's like, he just stood there. We gotta go. We gotta go. Like just to get her out of the house. Like she ready to beat somebody. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, it was a fun experience.
Just dudes being guys.
Dudes being guys. Dudes being little bitches hanging out in their rooms.
I can't believe there's no. Yo, what do we do about this? If that was right. If it was like a younger version of me and Gabe,
yeah,
grandma might get dropped. Ooh,
right.
My bad.
She's lucky she get hit with a bat. And they both got bats in their rooms. Like, come on, like you come out swinging. Like, hey, I go for the knees, you go for the head. Let's go. We got it. We're doing this coordinated effort. I know you got a baseball in there. Like, hey, fastball to the forehead. I got you. Let's go.
Do you any knowledge of any of them ever getting into fights?
No,
they don't seem like the type. Yeah.
No, they don't seem like. I mean, I don't know if they have or they haven't, but like, I know I got into fights plenty of times. But
I never did. But I think it's my demeanor. But I honestly think that's why. Because I'm like, if I were talking to me the way I talk to people sometimes,
I'm surprised you haven't gotten into fights.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like a couple times that there was like moments that it could have went that way, but it didn't. Never.
It shocks me that no one's ever tried to punch you. Like,
I don't know. I'm telling you, it has to be the demeanor.
Don't think I've never thought of it, AD.
It's all right, dude. I'm sure many people have it.
No, man, I'm just kidding, man. I don't like confrontation. In my youth,
confrontation, since I haven't talked to you, this was one of those moments that it should have been a fight, but I'm also thinking about, I'm 30. I don't need to get into a fight at this point. But Hen Dog's in town. He came in town last week. So it was a good time.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. It was me, Tangeray, our boy Hazard, Hen Dog. We go out, have a couple of drinks. If we went to watch the fights at like some restaurant, drink in there, then we go to the city. Mind you, now we're trying to meet because Hen Dog's sister's also with him. She came for like a wedding. And he was trying to meet, we were trying to meet up with her in like one of the clubs she was in. So we walk out. We ended up not getting in. And we just go get pizza because it was like, all right, what do we do now? There's pizza right here. Right. So we're getting pizza. We're sitting down, eating. Then this guy walks behind me. It's like kind of a small pizza shop. And like taps my shoulder. And like walks by me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, And then the dude Hazard was like, "Did he just fucking touch you?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't understand. How he fucking touched me." You know, I didn't say nothing. Mind you, I peep a cop right there, like literally right in the pizza shop right behind me. So I'm like,
Yep.
all right. Then I was like, and plus, in my head, obviously, I'm like, maybe he was trying to get through, just tap me, whatever. Then this guy walks by again, taps me on the other side. What the fuck are you touching me for? Like that. Then I was just like, what the fuck are you touching me for? Like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, you're in the way. I said, words work. Like, don't fucking
What?
touch me. Say excuse me. Say something. And obviously, Hen Dog's over there, drunk as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's quiet over there, huh? Like,
Oh God.
But then this is where I get mad. This is where like it could have went back because like at that point I feel like I said what I had to say. I'm not gonna fight him. I already just seen the cop in there. You know, it's not gonna look good. You know, the darkest people in the room is me and Hen Dog and Tangeray. And Tangeray is waffle colored, so you know, so it's not melanin. It's not much melanin in there.
Yeah, no, Tangeray gets away with it.
Yeah.
Stop resisting, Tangeray. Move on.
Go ahead. Yeah, we know you're not a danger to society, but this guy yelling at the other guy for no reason. So like I spaz on him, and then we're literally like sitting like this, like table to table, like right next to each other. So then Hen Dog's like talking shit. He first looks at me, he's like, "Calm down." Like he saw I was pissed. Like I was like, "Bro, he touched me again." It's like at that moment, I'm like, whatever. He tells me calm down, I'm chilling. Then he starts talking. We're like talking shit, like making fun of it. Like we should just all walk around and tap him on the shoulder one by one as we leave. And I was like, in my head, I was like, nah, I don't want him to touch me. Like he touched me a couple times. I don't want that again. But we get up and leave or whatever. And then fucking, of course, Hen Dog walks around, taps him on the shoulder. So I think they're literally we're sitting right next to each other. So he's like, oh, they're about to all tap me. So he turns around and taps me immediately, like trying to like. I said, "What the fuck do you keep touching me for?" I said, "I didn't touch you for a reason." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I just walk out, and then I walk. As soon as I walk out, Hen Dog's like, "You just let that guy in the pizza shop bitch you." No, bro, you just touched him, so now he feels like he could touch me again. Like, bro, what the fuck? So, you know, I should have beat him up, but I didn't. I restrained.
He was testing you. He was testing you.
I just wanted to slap the fuck out of his pizza on the floor, like, and then step on it and then wipe it on his fucking jeans. I was upset. I was like, what the, like, don't touch me, bro. And that's the thing. It was because Hen Dog touched him again that he felt the need to do it. Because when I yelled at him, you could tell he was like, because he had nothing to say. He was like, don't fucking touch me. Excuse me works. He's like, oh, you're in the way. I don't give a fuck. Like, say something. Don't fucking touch me, bro. But yeah, I should have. You should have written him a letter and have a PF. Oh man, it would have went bad because he was with his homie, and his homie was like, "I don't want to fight these guys." And then
exactly. His
girlfriend next to him, like,
oh no,
like, all right.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, you did the right thing. You did the right thing because you don't want that. You don't want that type of issue, man. You don't need that. You don't need that issue in your life.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm never coming back to the state anyways. They could arrest me. Like, all right, dude. Well, I live here, Dick.
Right. You gotta deal with that shit. You know, you're gonna see this guy again. You know, that type of thing. Let's see. They're always ready for fisticuffs. These kids. Oh my!
What calmed me down is when he was like, "Yo, calm down," but then it proceeds to instigate it the whole time. Like,
yeah, no, I mean you got tested. Like this guy was waiting for you to do something, and you did. Listen, I say you did the right thing, but that's old man talking.
I should just smack the fucking pizza out of his hand though.
I would say 20-year-old me is to slap the fucking pizza out of his fucking mouth. That's it. You wait till he takes a bite, then you slap it out of his mouth right there. That's what you do.
Hit him with the fucking one of these.
You know, pie. Yeah, exactly. You make his head hit the pie and everything, or you slap him so hard. I
also should have just made a scene, like, because when he touched me the last time and I was already walking out, I just turned around like, "Stop fucking touching me!" I just kept walking. But I should have just turned around, really just like made a scene about it. But then again, who knows, dude? And then I got to beat up his friend because his friend looked a little like he looked like he didn't want to fight, but like if he had to, he would. And I was like, now, and then you got Tangeray. It's like me, Hen Dog, Tangeray, and then luckily Hazard was there. some size with us. But like the
Okay,
other,
I was gonna say, well, Hazard sounds like a guy who should have size. But if he looks like Hen Dog, his name's Hazard. I don't know.
like Hen Dog throw hands, but like also
Yeah, but-
the guy probably would have got beat up. Like, I'm gonna be honest. We would have stomped both of them out. I would have been doing this episode from the fucking. You received a call from inmate.
Yeah, they let phones in. They let phones into the jail nowadays.
Oh my god!
You can just live stream from there. We'll be good. It would make for a must-watch podcast.
Yeah,
live via satellite. What's the Denver Correctional Facility there? Where is it called?
I don't know, dude. I hope I never find out.
No, exactly. Like I said, the old man in me says you did the right thing. The 20-year-old in me says you should have slapped the shit out of that fool.
I'd be a millionaire, dude. I'd be walking around smacking people because I get inconvenienced.
No.
That's the thing. When I yelled at him, it was like, all right, it was cool. But then Hen Dog, fucking being Hen Dog. Like,
yeah, he had to push the issue. He had to push the issue.
And then called me and said, he really bitched you up in there. No, dude. No. That's not how it went at all, dude. Don't spread those lies.
Hen Dog. That's how you.
It was a great time though.
Well, it's good. That's good.
And then after that, we go to literally we go to one last bar right before they close. And then my girlfriend was bartending, so she got off late, came and picked us up because we were a little drunk. And we're waiting for her outside. And that guy walks out, fucking takes his shirt off. Oh, you guys, like the first guy walks out's a bitch, like talking shit, just like about to fight. So we're standing there like just waiting for a ride. Like, maybe we should just scoot down and let them handle that. We scoot down a little bit and he sees us move. And again, I don't understand what it is about like when I'm with my friends, the aura we bring. This guy's literally like, these guys ain't yo, bitch, you're a bitch. Like first person come out getting dropped, sees us move, like scoot down, goes, oh, not you guys. like we're like, yeah, it's cool, bro. Like we're just moving, just move. Like he's like, no, well, he's like, I love you guys. You guys are good. It's like, all right, but like, I don't know why you have to tell us that. You were just cursing out the bouncer, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was like 4 of you guys, and it's like, oh shit, this shit. I'm gonna make sure that those guys over there, no, you guys are cool. You guys are cool. I'm talking about anybody else.
Yeah,
the white guys out here. I'm talking to them.
Yeah, the other guys.
Any other guys out here? Not you guys. You guys are cool.
And I was like, yo, if you guys get in a shootout, just shoot that way.
Exactly. Aim your pistols over there. Hercules says, y'all are dangerous to be around.
Yeah, it seems like
for sure.
It's like, again, I would, if I'm cursing, I'm not giving a fuck about these guys. They didn't do nothing to me. He literally stopped cursing at anybody. Wait. If there was problems, he was gonna get in a fight, that's the time to sleep the guy because he turned around to talk to us. It's like that's when you're gonna get dropped, dude. He's distracted, hit him. Like, no, dude.
I've watched enough of those first 48s when these dudes get all mouthy, take the shirts off, and then the gun comes out. Yeah, I don't want to be that innocent bystander.
I was just trying to get a ride.
The big llama was just sitting there. Caught a bullet in the back.
That's right. None of my friends got shot. Well, I'm hanging out with them, so you're good too.
That's good. That's good.
Saying that it wasn't around.
Llama, have you spoken to Andy? Shut the fuck up. I forgot about Andy. I meant to say something to Herc. Now that Herc's on, 2 things, right? Herc, congratulations on your promotion. He got his he got promoted to a staff sergeant. Now you must salute this man. Congratulations, sir. Yeah. And the other thing is the Jackass video that we did for myself, Birdie, and Herc. I think that was us. Yeah, that was just us. Just got first of all, it's continued to perform well, but we just got our first like 18 immature restricted rating on YouTube ever on the channel. I got a notification that one, the content was explicit, and I was like, "What? Did I miss an edit? Did a ball slip out, or did is there a dick pic or something on there? Like what happened?"
Oh,
And it was it was harmful and dangerous acts, and I appealed it, and it said, "Sorry, your video can only be seen by those that are 18 or older. It is restricted. It is whatever." And I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
because no
well,
matter how you splice it up, if a kid watches that, they're like, "Oh, let me go watch the actual movie," and they don't know there's nudity or some shit in it. I mean, now I'm sure they can just Google it, but
yeah. But anyway, I wanted to tell Herc that I was like it's a first for the Big Llama show. But well, we got some people in the chat. Hold on,
look who it is.
Exactly. Hold on. First, Chatmon says nothing would piss me off more than getting shit. I can't tell you that. Thank you, brother. No problem.
The homicidal.
Oh man,
what the fuck he says?
Llama.
What it do, baby? Welcome. It's been a while.
Exactly,
it's been a while
since I heard. Oh no, I like that, man. I miss this guy, man. We made it.
Let's go. My familia.
I miss Big Homie, man.
You know, I haven't gamed with him. I haven't done nothing with him, dude. I miss him.
Yeah, no. We tried to get him on the Dad's podcast, and we just keep missing each other. So I'm glad he's there. I'm glad what's that?
Shot, not shit.
Shit. Oh, okay, no problem. Not getting shot. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. No worries. So no, that's awesome, man. So thank you, Herc, for making us famous for our first 18 plus, and congratulations on your promotion, Big Homie. Welcome back, man. Glad to see you were back for sure. Let's see. We're not gonna talk food because you don't want me to talk about food. Okay.
What are we gonna say? The same thing as last year, dude?
I had it written down that I did have it written down, and thank you for. I crossed it off the list.
Hey, Llama, you like eating turkey on Thanksgiving, dude?
Shut up! Shut up! I had it written here. You know what? Look, I'll even show you. No, I won't show you. I'm gonna read exactly what it says. Thanksgiving this week. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food item? That's exactly what I wrote right there.
Oh man, it was literally in my sleep. I said, I'm not doing it. I don't know about it. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about food, nothing. It was like, tonight we're not talking about food. We did that shit last year.
We did, and that's fine. That's fine.
You know what it is? Because we've been doing since we started. I feel like we've hit we had an episode on every major holiday.
Yeah,
so far.
Yeah, I think we have. I don't think we've missed any. I think we've gotten almost every single holiday, and so we're bound to repeat something. So thank you for.
Man, we could do it in, like I said, like 3 years, dude. Maybe something will change, dude. You know, they'll be like, I don't know,
statute of limitations. So every 3 years, I can rehash some of our topics.
Yeah, dude. I bet you, without even knowing, we would pick the same shit that we picked last year. We wouldn't even think about we wouldn't change it up at all. We'd just go for what our favorite is. I'll tell you about my family's fucking rice.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. Thanksgiving leftovers is the best. I see Joe's on it. He's telling us about his.
All right, maybe we could have a Thanksgiving topic of like, have you had an awkward Thanksgiving dinner?
That's a good topic. That's a good topic. Have I had one though? Yeah. There's always been when like people show up that you didn't want to show up, and how you turn them away.
Yeah.
And I turned away my father one Thanksgiving, but that's a deep cut. I don't know if we want to get that deep in this fucking podcast, but yeah, he showed up one time and I turned him away.
Yeah.
I said, "You're not invited, my friend."
I mean, everybody knows, no secret that Thanksgiving is like one of those holidays that always brings out, as much as you're supposed to be thankful for shit, it seems to always bring out like some kind of negative energy in some way, depending on like things that haven't got squashed or like talked about. It's like, oh, we're in the room now. It's gonna get brought up at some point, you know?
Yeah,
that's kind of been like those moments, but it's nothing that stands out. but I am gonna meet my girlfriend's like whole family this
Oh
Thanksgiving.
shit.
So, like,
That's a big Thanksgiving then.
yeah,
That's like the next step Thanksgiving. That's a big one.
we'll see. Maybe I'll have one for next
So Hercules says that's for the work in progress podcast. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about the turn away Thanksgiving for sure. Only thing I had left on my list of things was obviously there was no surprise the Marvels bombed. We knew that was going to happen. That was just no issue. And then the last thing I had here was Pedro Pascal in talks to be Reed Richards.
I mean, we could just talk about the whole MCU. Have you heard about the theories about? You seen Loki yet, right?
Oh, I watched the whole thing, man. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great fucking show, and it has a great way that you can either keep Kang the Conqueror in this or just completely write him out. Like there is just one. It's so flexible either way, but the show was amazing. The show was amazing. But yeah, I mean, you're in a place where you're not sure what you want to do, but like again, I don't care if Majors is in it or not. I really don't. Like, but pick something and go with it because
I feel like he hasn't had the. I just think it's unfortunate the timing of obviously the allegations that's going on, but also the timing that he was the main bad guy in the MCU because there's clearly this is going to be a pivotal moment, like them redoing Daredevil, them really like trying to rework what's going to happen in the future, changing directors for the Shang-Chi director. It will now only focus on Shang-Chi and not on Secret Wars. So it's like this is a big period for Marvel where make or break, and it's just unfortunate for John Majors that he's the main bad guy in this time because I think with given the right material, he would be a great villain.
Yeah.
And every outing he has had as Kang has been really good. Every variation. And think about it. It's like different. You got the Victor Timely, you got He Who Remains, the Kang from Ant-Man, the couple Kangs at the end of Ant-Man. So it's like he would have did really well, but I think you keep him in some capacity. But I think comic book accuracy and what the streets are saying at least is Doctor Doom is gonna come through and be the main bad guy. But for comic book accuracy, Doctor Doom is the one who created the Secret Wars plotline, and Kang was a part of it, but he worked for Doctor Doom. So like that could be a good way to keep him in. But I do hope to keep him in, and barring whatever happens with the trial.
Yeah, I think you don't have to cut him off completely, but you can shelve him right now. And he can come back later, right? Like they're just like the Eternals. There's a big baddie just sitting out there somewhere in the Eternals. You could always bring that guy back, but right now, shelve them both. But whatever you do, pick one and just go. But yeah, the show left it to where it was in a good spot. So, but yeah, no, I think with Pedro Pascal possibly being Reed Richards, that's a great move. But now he's done almost everything in every franchise. He's been in DC, he's in Marvel, he's in Star Wars. I mean, he's one of those guys. He's like Oscar Isaacs, who is in everything, which is great because they're both great actors. So, no, that's all I had on my list. I thought it was interesting, but until it's confirmed, I don't want to be like down that rabbit hole of. I think he's being talked about and it's being leaked early to see what the reaction would be, because I think he's already signed or is close to signing, but I think they're just trying to generate good buzz around Marvel again. But there's nothing bad about it.
It was a good fucking movie, dude. This is really all. I think they're going back to the model of like maybe 3 movies a year and 1 show.
Yeah.
And however it plays out, obviously they got the properties like Echo that's going to come out. I think that will set up. I mean, the trailer to Echo looked phenomenal, so I'm more excited than I was before the trailer. But still, it has to be really good. It has to be able to do what Loki did and continue to like point us in the direction that they're going to go. Because I don't think Marvel will do good either if they just give us like Deadpool and there's no like end point of like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
No
That's
game
yeah.
plan because now you're just gonna give us what random movies that don't correlate now after you just built the multiverse and all these timelines and shit. Now, you know, the Marvel. I don't know if you've seen Marvels or saw the spoilers.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen I'm gonna go see it, but I just haven't had time.
I mean,
Um,
the end credits do set something up and points us in the direction, but it's like, all right, well, now what are we gonna do with it? Because now it seems like they're pushing certain properties up faster,
mhm.
if that makes sense. Like we got to get to these guys now because this is what's gonna
Yeah,
save us.
yeah. Well, like I said, if you go 2, maybe 3 movies max, and you take your time in making these movies, you get back to that formula. I think that's the way you go. And
If you want to do
honestly,
the shows, just give us one good show that goes for like maybe 20 episodes.
right,
Put a lot
right,
of focus on one thing. Make it
exactly, and let the movies just speak for themselves, and in that way, you can enjoy it. And it's true. Like if I have to watch 4 or 5 shows to catch up on the next movie before the next movie, it's not. People just can't invest that time, right? And you got to let people want, like, have a want for it, right? Like
yeah.
the Loki thing is, like, if you really think about it, it's almost a year and a half, 2 years between the first season, and when it came back out, people were like intrigued and wanted to see it, and they weren't disappointed. So it was good. So it would be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. All right, let's get through the comments here. Let's see. Some people were talking about their awkward Thanksgiving still. Chat Mom says, I was completely alone one Thanksgiving. That's an interesting one.
I was too. I've had a couple of those.
I don't think I've ever had an alone Thanksgiving. I think I've always had family or somebody with me. That seems like a very sad thing. Hercules wants to hope that it's a good night for you, with meeting the parents, right? Or meeting the family.
Yeah.
Chat Mom says the food was the bomb, right? Let's see. Joe says, last year my friend dropped the turkey on a guest's lap. He still ate it though. That's okay. Funny. Respect. Many parts of the turkey. Tank says, all mamas love me. Meeting the fam doesn't faze me anymore. Tank, because they still think you're a baby.
Yeah, because you're a kiss ass. Grow up.
Joe says, have you guys seen the Continental, the prequels to John Wick series?
I have not.
I have not. I saw the previews. It looked intriguing, looked exciting. The reviews weren't that great for it, as what I read, but I still have it on my list to watch. I just haven't seen it yet. Ferdy, you're never alone if you have Jehovah. Ferdy always knows what to say. Oh man. I'm also meeting the girlfriend's family on Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. So Birdie's gonna meet Lady Bird's family and eat some bird.
Hey, yo, pause.
Eat some turkey bird. There you go.
Turkey bird, this guy said. All right, the end of the show. Dude, he's making stuff up now.
Goddamn, everyone meeting family. Yeah, we're getting older, Chat Mom. Everyone's meeting family members. That's what happens.
To be honest, I haven't been to a Thanksgiving in years.
Really? You normally work on Thanksgiving or
anything? I game probably. The last couple of years I've streamed for sure.
Yeah. Chat Mom says grown up shit. Says she's embarrassed of me and isn't sure if I should meet them. What? Embarrassed of the bird?
Let it go.
Yeah, exactly. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to her. She doesn't deserve the bird. That's right. Doesn't deserve. Embarrassed of the bird. Who's embarrassed of the bird? Nobody. Let me talk to this woman. Set her straight. That's my friend right there. That's my friend. I wear his shirts.
You wear his shirt?
We have a bond. We have a bond. All right. Anyway, well, let's end the show. AD, what you got coming up this week? Are you guys gaming tonight? Is there post Llama gaming? Are you streaming? What are you doing?
I don't know, dude. I might. I haven't decided. I really don't feel good, but We'll see.
Yeah, no, I know. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what. You've been a good sport tonight. It's a great episode. Thank you for powering through. I know you're not feeling your
Might be
best.
the greatest. Might be the greatest at this microphone shit.
Thank you, Blackout the God.
Hey, I do want to make. I should have mentioned this earlier, but what's with your family and dressing up as me?
with the green screen.
Yeah, I'm influential in the Llama household.
They just want to be you, man. They just want to be you. That's what it is.
They hate us
because they ain't us. That's exactly it.
I said, damn, Llama's dressed as me before. Lil Llama has dressed as me.
You know what? Like I said, they wanted to be you and they wanted to mimic you. That you're their idol. That's what it is. It's Little Llama is looking at you as his idol. That's what it is. So, Joe says, everyone have a great week and Thanksgiving. So we'll wish everyone the same.
Well, Joe. Well.
So guys, listen, again, make sure you check out the reactions. Make sure you guys check out Roman 2 Raw on Sidelined. Does he have an episode coming out this week?
Yeah.
He should, right?
Yeah. I think the only one we'll be missing is Tang. But okay. I don't know, because it's also Thursday. So we'll see.
Right, and they got Thanksgiving games. So again, look out for Roman 2 Raw on YouTube. Go to Blackout GG, watch the late night with AD and Birdie. And look out for the pre-Llama shows, and then again go to the big Llama show to watch our Sunday night live streams and the movie reactions. So again, this week we had Napoleon Dynamite. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. We'll see you guys next Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The big Llama show. Myself and AD will be here. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy week this week. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out, everybody.